resume, Greg Hackett.
Yeah.
You got Greg Hackett. I know Greg.
Yeah, that's my man.
He told me, he's like, I fought, one time I told him, I said, he speaks good boxing, and then I said, you haven't fought nobody in the elite level, and he said, I fought Jarrett Hurd, and I said, oh, and then he's like, but there's no tape about it. There's no tape of the fight or something like that. He told me. So how was that? Obviously you beat him, but what was that like?
Oh yeah, Greg Hackett. So Greg Hackett, it was a unanimous decision win. He was crafty. You know what I mean? I didn't stop him and went all 6 rounds. And we was the main event here at Showplace Arena in Maryland. And I mean, it was, to be honest with you, I can't remember. Like you said, there's no footage on it. I can't remember like that. I know it wasn't like this. I didn't catch with no
It
big
says
shot.
it says unanimous decision.
Yeah, I
Um,
had a unanimous decision, but I didn't catch it with no big shots that really hurt him. But I won the rounds convincingly enough because Greg Hackett, he know how he can be. He can sometimes get up and really train for a fight, or he may sit out and half-ass train and just want to get in there and because he missed the sport. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't that active, so I was winning the rounds, but he just wasn't that active. But I didn't really catch with no big shots or hurt him. I just won a clean unanimous decision.
right.
Yeah.
So talk to me. You didn't tell me. Do you feel like stopping Jason Rosario is a must for you to put you kind of like to be seen a little bit more versus just going the distance?
Uh, must. I wouldn't say it's a must, but I would say this. Uh, I have to have a clean win, like a decisive beat. We can curse on it, right? Oh yeah, I had to have a decisive. I can like beat his ass. I have to really don't make it close. Don't have no ugly win. It got to be decisive enough where they say, "Oh yeah, Jared decapitated his ass," regardless if I stop him or not. So I wouldn't say I wouldn't have to stop him, but for sure, you have to get punished. But yeah. So we fighting on a Wednesday, but I mean, I'm not competing with nobody, and everybody's gonna be tuned in. There's nobody else fighting on a Wednesday, so I mean, that's all I'm worried about, man. Business on one. Everybody talking about what day it's on. I ain't worried about that. I'm happy that everybody gonna be tuned in. You feel me?
How is this training camp?
Oh, it was good, man. To be honest with you, it really was like a short notice for you guys, but for me, I got married in February, and right after the wedding,
Congrats.
thanks, man. Appreciate that. So I fought in December of 2023. I got right back in the gym for that few months after that, and we got married. Took about 2 weeks off, and was back in the gym the entire year. So I've been waiting on the date since April. I've been having numerous camps, went from April to May to June, July. Now finally, I'm getting a date in August, and so it's not been a short camp for me. It's been, I wouldn't say a extended camp because I was aware that, man, don't overdo it. You know what I mean? But it definitely been a great training where I had way more than enough time to prepare, and it's been amazing, man. Like I said, I'm in the gym every day because I run a gym now. Got my own gym.
Beautiful gym at
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Everybody says that you got the best gym.
yeah. Everybody,
Calvin, everybody.
everybody love that Joe when they walk in there. So I've been in the gym 24/7, and
Must
we
be,
just
must
been,
must feel nice.
yeah, man. It's back at home where it all started. So amazing camp.
So, we got some fights coming up. Definitely want to get your thoughts on it. We'll jump right on IG next. But you know, as far as people that you share the ring with, outside of the boxing, in the ring, as far as like gym sparring, a lot of people don't know that in the gym when sparring be some of the best work that people never get to see.
Uh-huh.
As far as you, well, what are the big notable names that you could tell the people that you shared the ring with?
That I spar with?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, the list goes on. I mean, all right. First of all, let's start off with the biggest star in boxing right now, most like Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I worked with Terrence Crawford. I worked with Cordell Booker. I worked with Troy Isley. I worked with Trayvon Marshall. I work with uh, Charles Conwell. I work with Quid Randall. I work with I've spot walls and trial and for them, but I work with Lamont Peterson. I work with Antoine Douglas. I'm trying to think of names. Jaleel Hackett. Uh, I work with. It's so many. It's not catching my brain right now because I'm thinking too far back. I need to think more recent. I work with uh, uh, I can't. I work with a whole bunch of people, man. I can't.
So my next question is like,
Yeah.
what would you have to say? Your amateur pedigree or working with those guys have put your game to where it's probably what was the most needed? What would you say that helped you the most? Was your amateur career or some of those guys you shared the ring with?
Oh no, definitely guys I shared the ring with because, like I said, with my amateur career, it was I really only came around for the summertime. I during the school year I didn't really fight, so I will come around fight in the summertime. Golden Gloves come around and stuff. I'll enter that tournament. I was Golden Glove champion 2 years in a row, and then that's probably the biggest thing I see. Yeah. So definitely sparring. Then when I started finally graduated high school, and then my trainer was telling me like, "Hey, look, man, I was working at Safeway." He said, "Hey, man, what you working that job for when you know you can fight, man? You don't got to be working that job. You know you can fight." And then he ended up passing away. And so when he passed away, I made a promise myself. I said, "I'm gonna come back and give it a full time for real, like for my trainer's time." And when I came back, Ernesto, he was a former fighter that Tom trained. He started training me, and then that's when I really picked up and learned like, oh, I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? I was in the gym just bullshitting around and getting in work. But when I stayed in the year round, I was fighting, like I said, sparring those guys that Demetrius Ballard and Demond Nicholson, all them guys. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm better than I